What's going on, guys? My name is Major Bernie Kale. I am a current serving member in the Delaware National Guard.
Hi, my name is Kristen Scott. I am the founder and CEO of Project Solve, a change management and team dynamics consulting business.
So, quick background about myself. I was born and raised in Alaska. I've been serving in the military my entire adult life, and the military moved me down here to Delaware in 2014.
Quick background on me, born and raised here in Delaware, only really left to go to school, and then came back and decided where I wanted to have an impact here in the state.
So we're going to talk a little bit about how we met. Kristen, you want to take that one?
So we met, I know it's probably interesting to figure out how is Major Kale and a consultant on a video together, and it's because of a wonderful program called Leadership Delaware, where we spent the last year learning, growing, challenging ourselves, and having hard conversations. And it has been the best opportunity for us to grow in our leadership journeys.
So in the military, and I'm sure in any other professional career, is you become an expert in very specific things. So whether military strategy or tactics or yelling at people, you get really good at that in the military, right? And so I knew that, but that was about it. And so when I joined Leadership Delaware, I learned that, hey, there's an entirely huge world out there that is outside of the military, whether it's new viewpoints, new amazing people. There's so much to the state of Delaware that you don't realize if you stay in your professional circle, or what I call my military bubble. And so there's so many opportunities out there, and Leadership Delaware was one of the best ways for me to learn outside of my own viewpoint and perspective.
Same thing for me. I grew up in healthcare. I wanted to go to medical school, not a doctor, if that's not obvious. But that's okay. I get to have impact in different ways. And so I was in my bucket of healthcare and nonprofits. I have an operations background, so of course I know how to do a lot of different things, but I was still siloed in that information. And so what happens is over the year, we meet over 150 speakers who come and just give us a lot of information about what's going on here in Delaware. And then we get to collect all of these dots throughout the year to figure out where we want to have the most, or where we could have the most impact, and where we want to utilize our skill set, but not just in our own silos, because we don't do well if we don't expand.
And the cool thing about it is, now that we're at the tail end, we're going to be graduating from Leadership Delaware soon. The coolest part is where the rubber meets the road, right? When you have all of these dots of information, dots of individuals, we can now connect those dots, whether it's through us individually or somebody that we know. The network that we have plugged into is vast and wide, especially in the state of Delaware. So just the fact that we now have that opportunity to get plugged in and connect the right people for the right job at the right time is, there's no word for it other than I'm super grateful that we even got this opportunity. I'm grateful that I got to meet Kristen and 17 other members of my leadership class. I'm just blessed. That's all I want to say. The last thing I will talk about before I let you speak again is it's not comfortable, nor should it be, right? Personal growth does not happen unless you're uncomfortable. If you are professionally or even personally comfortable, you're not going to grow. And if you're okay with that, all right, then maybe the program isn't for you. But if you want to be growing in all areas of your life, you have to be uncomfortable. And it's not just through this program, it could be through anything. Whether you want to learn something new, want to meet someone new, you have to get uncomfortable.
And a couple leadership lessons that I've got from here is, like, you belong in the room. Imposter syndrome is real, but if you were invited a seat at the table, utilize that seat with the skill set that you have to make an impact. And also, kind of what Bernie said, is do it scared. We didn't know what we were going to get into this year, and it was the most beautiful experience that we could have gone through. And here we are now, just continuing our growth and our path as leaders, because the journey doesn't stop because we graduated. It's just beginning.
Right. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the leadership lessons today. We will see you in the next one.